Okay, so now we will discuss about how to access elements and classes, ID from HTML to JavaScript. So this concept is very important concept, how to access your elements or classes or ID from HTML to JavaScript. There are multiple ways. So first we will see about access elements. Then we will see about access class. Then we will see about access ID. Access elements is something like a not singular, this is a plural or multiple. Elements are multiple. Elements are multiple or single or similar. All similar elements are stored in one array. It means like, for example, all H1s are going to be storing in one array. If I am having multiple H1s in my document, all H1s are going to be storing in one array. And come to all forms, for example, I'll be having multiple forms. Form, comma. If I'm having multiple paragraphs, P, P. So like this, you'll be having multiple paragraphs. All paragraphs are going to be storing in one array. And remember one point. So here, the first H1, which is recognized as 0th element. The first H1, which is recognized as a 0th element. And second H1, which is recognized as a 1, index value 1. And this index value 2. And this index value 3. This index value 4. This index value 5. At the same time, paragraphs. The first paragraph is 0, second paragraph is 1, third paragraph is 2, next paragraph is 3, next paragraph is 4, which is something like this. All your similar name of elements are storing in one array. But array index starts with a 0. First element recognized as 0, second element recognized as 1, third element recognized as 2. In that way, elements are going to be storing. But whenever you want to access your elements, for example, I want to access my first H1. If you want to access your first H1, you have to give the 0th index. You have to give the 0th index. But before this index, I want to specify some code. I have to specify some code. That code should be, I will write the code now. So let me write the code. Clear the drawings. And now, if I want to access my fast heading, if you want to access the fast heading, document dot get elements by tag name of the tag. What is the name of the tag? Name of the tag is H1. You have to specify the first parameter as tag name. First parameter is tag name. And immediately I need to give the index value. What is the index value over there? Index value is 0. Index value is 0. Document dot get elements by tag name of the tag is H1 on of 0. Of 0 is something like a first element, a starting element. Whatever the starting element we have, that starting element I need to specify. Am I clear? So for example, I want to access the first form from the document. If I want to access the first form from the document, you can specify something like a document dot get elements by tag name of the tag. Now the name of the tag is something like a form. Give the form of 0. You have to specify form of 0. When you say form of 0, when we say form of 0, the first form is getting recognized. And when I say H1 of 0, the first H1 got recognized. See, the operation, DOM operation, whatever you want, later we can perform. For example, I want to change the inner HTML, or I want to change the style. I want to change the attribute based on the requirement. Based on the requirement, I can able to change. For example, in the website, some people is going to be hover on the image. When people are hovering on the image, I want to change the image content, image SRC, source value. When you hover on that, I need to change the attribute. attribute manipulation kind of thing, style manipulation kind of things. So there are a lot of things you have to work on that. So this is the way of working with the elements. The same process which you will be finding for the classes also. Why? Because of classes also, same process is same. Process is same, theory is same. What is the theory here? Classes are multiple. Classes are multiple. Same concept I'm just writing. Classes are multiple. At the same time, all similar name of the class. All the similar name of the classes are stored in one array. It means, let me go. For example, my class name is something like 1, 1, comma, 1, comma, 1. My class name is something like a red, red, comma, red, comma, red. My class name is something like a JS. Yeah, JS, comma, JS, comma, JS. All the similar name of classes are going to be storing in one array. For example, I want to do some DOM operation. I want to do some DOM operation on top of the first class. If I want to do some operation, DOM operation on top of the first class, what I want to do is I need to recognize the first class. If I want to do some DOM operation on top of the JS, first JS, yes, I can able to access this one, or I can able to access this one to do some operation on top of this JS. So let me try to execute the program, and let me try to write the syntax first. After that, we will write the program for that. So how to work with the syntax? Okay. Tell me, class document dot get elements. Document dot get elements by class name. This time it is class name, not tag name. Name of the class. Specify the name of the class. What is the name of the class called? 1. And 1 of 0. When I say 1 of 0, the first class got recognized. From the first array, first object getting recognized. It means document dot get elements by class name. Name of the class is 1. 1 of 0. When I say 1 of 0, that was accessed to. Which is getting access now? Which is getting access now? This one is going to be getting accessed. And after that, whatever the operation you want, you can do perform. Suppose I want to do the style operation. If you want to perform the style operation, you can do the style performance. Or if you want to do some HTML content change operation, you can do the HTML content change operation. Or if you want to do source operation, you can work on source operation. Or whatever the thing. Suppose if you want to remove from the element, remove from the document, you can do the remove also. Or if you want to change, whatever you want, you can do perform DOM operations on that. DOM operations can be performed after receiving the element from the document. First, you have to recognize the element. First, you have to recognize the element by the element name or by the class name or by the ID name. Then only you can do perform some operation on top of that. Hope you got to understand how the things are getting happening with the. Now, let me try to work on ID, access ID. But IDs are not multiple, sir. ID is, let me tell you, ID is in a queue. ID is in a queue, not multiple. Not multiple. It means for one element, we cannot provide same, okay, or we cannot provide multiple ID names. Multiple ID names. Remember, for one element, we cannot provide multiple ID names. It means ID is in a queue. For example, ID called 1, that is in a queue. ID called 2, that is in a queue. ID called red, in a queue. ID called green, in a queue. ID called blue, in a queue. ID called JS, in a queue. You cannot take as an array. There is no index concept in this. Okay, how to access ID then? Document dot get element by ID. Document dot get element by ID. ID name, whatever the ID name you have, you can provide it. And you can perform any kind of operation. Suppose I want to do a style operation, or I want to do SRC operation, I want to do HTML operation. All the DOM operations you can able to perform after receiving the ID name. Remember it. But document dot get element by ID. The name of the ID also I need to specify. Am I clear everything? So let me go with the programs in the coming video.